let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth. Like I have Yoruba in-laws myself. Yoruba in-laws, I have them. So one of my what do you call it? Their issues now. What do you call them? You call them Hausa Fulani or you call them Yorubas? Who is coming to divide us and say those people should go back to? If you go to Lagos, if you go to okay, I usually give example. Murtala Mohammed, General Murtala Mohammed, the man from Kano, the head of state that was assassinated by Dinka. His wife is a Yoruba woman. So where do you want his children to go if the nation is divided? Are they going to be with the Yorubas or are they going to be with the Hausas in the north? Look, let's forget this useless youth. They are no more different from these hardmen. These people agitating for Oduduwa and Biafra or Arewa or this Boko Haram. They are all the same group of people. Majority of Nigerians wants to stay Nigeria. And if they're in doubt, let's make a referendum. I can make a social... Look at the election. When the election in Nigeria, millions of votes from all the states, PDP or APC states will get millions of votes, means Nigerians are ready to stay in a corporate Nigeria. This is by an indirect referendum, which shows that people are ready. All these youth that are making noise, whether Boko Haram, Shekau, whether Kanu of IPOP, whether whatever it is of Oduduwa, they are just a small, tiny minority of Nigerians in using sentiments, ethnic, archaic, retrogressive sentiments to destabilize the nation. But Nigerians, I'm telling you, I can vouch on that. Nigerians want to stay together in peace, but in peace and equity, not any segment of Nigeria which is cheated. I can vouch for that, I am for that.
If I hear you clearly, you said Nigerians really want to be together. Are you really sure Nigerians want to be together? What
yes, they want to. No, yes, they want to be. Yeah, I'm in Sokoto now. There are still Igbo traders there, many, in millions. They don't want to go back home. So what do you tell me? They want to Biafra. Biafra is a nuisance, just like Boko Haram. You think every northerner is a Boko Haram? No, but not. Most Nigerians, they don't want these extreme ethnic or religious groups. They don't want them. Most Nigerians want peace. They live together as a nation. That is it. And what can affirm to you? Look at all these people agitating like Oduduwa. Where are the Yoruba leaders? Why they are not talking about it? Look at the Igbo leaders too. They are not talking about Biafra. Look at Nigerians. We are not talking about Boko Haram or herdsmen. In fact, now you look. I'm trying to pacify herdsmen to bring them back to civility. And this is what we expect Yoruba leaders to go into this Oduduwa people. They are used usually very young people who have never noticed, has never experienced what do you call it, civil war, making noise. Some of them even from outside. So Yoruba leaders should take care of their Yoruba miscreants. The Igbos should take care of their Igbo miscreants. And we are doing here, taking care of the herdsmen and Boko Haram.
Wanda muke kira don girman Allah a raba Najeriya. Don girman Allah a taimake mu a raba Najeriya. Mu ina magana da yawun musulmi kuma ina magana da yawun yan arewa. Mu a matsayin mu na musulmi ba mu da bukatar zama da inyamurai. Ba mu da bukatar zama da inyamurai. Ibo ba abokin zama bane. Ba mutanen arziki bane. Bari in ba ku misalai kaɗan don mu wuce. Ka duba ka ga yadda mutanen da suke arziki a ƙasar mu. Na yi magana ce wani hate speech. Ko ba ka ke cewa ba wai hate speech. Ai mu speech din kawai muke yi. Su kashe mu suke yi. Kwanan nan aka kama Ibo yana yin muryar Fulani. Muryar Fulani yake yi yana kashe mutane da sunan Fulani. Ba mu ba Takumbu Asari ya fito ya ce babu wani bafulatani da yake kashe mutane a kasar Ibo. Ƙarya ake, me yasa su Fulanin ba su kashe su ba? Me yasa kadai kasar Ibo suke kashewa? Ba gaskiya bane. Wannan wani sharri ne, in ji shi fa, wani sharri ne da Ibo suka kulla. Ba mutumin da yake da greediness, tsabagen son zuciya kamar Ibo. Duk wanda ka zauna da shi sai dai ya cuce ka kafin ku zauna lafiya. Wannan yasa ba mu da bukatar zama da su. Sun cika Kano, sun cika Katsina, ga su a Sokoto, sun cika Abuja, ga su a Naija, ko ina Igbo sun cika, amma su ba ka zama garin su ka zauna lafiya. Mun yi wannan kalubale kuma muna ƙara yi. A gwada mana wata kasuwa guda ɗaya wadda aka gina a ƙasashen jihohin Igbo wanda musulmi ɗaya ke da shago, wanda ɗan arewa ɗaya ke da shago. Idan akwai a nuna mana. Muna son a nuna mana wani musulmi ɗan arewa da yake zaune a ƙasar Igbo yana zaune lafiya. A nuna mana shi. Kenan babu. Waɗannan mutane menene amfanin zama da su? Muna kira ga gwamnati a yi tsarin da za a yi don Allah a raba mu da Igbo.
It seems to be that Nigeria is becoming a lawless country. A country with no rules and regulations. A country where laws are not adhered to. A country where there is no consequence for bad behavior. We either have a government or we don't. We either have security agencies or we don't. We either believe in the sanctity of life and property or we don't. These are the fundamental issues at stake today. Because every day since we've been here, somebody has gotten killed, raped, maimed, throat slit, killed at gunpoint. And every day we have resolutions after resolutions and nothing is being done. It is time the federal government of Nigeria acts, because they were voted into office, they have an executive function to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians. This is one of several examples that we've been accosted with since we've been in the hollow chambers. I am disgusted by what I am hearing. It is disgusting to find pregnant women, their stomachs slit, unborn babies removed. And if these herdsmen are allowed to rampage the way they are, then frankly speaking, they are a terrorist organization. And a terrorist organization must be dealt with decisively by the military. It is no longer a situation where we call on policemen who do not have the arms or the training to face folks with AK-47, a well-trained militia. We are told by foreigners, maybe Nigerians, but in a sense, people who now occupy land that belong to Nigeria, and we have conversations with them. If we can fight Boko Haram, certainly we can fight the herdsmen. And what I am saying right now is very, very serious, and I urge the federal government of Nigeria to take this seriously. And if the security agencies cannot do their job, then the leadership must be fired. There must be consequence for bad behavior.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. We hear everything where they talk for inside this video, and we hear as Sheik Gumi they talk say Nigeria they indivisible. We hear as they talk say Nigerians don't to intermarry, and because of this reason, it is very impossible for Nigeria to divide. We also hear within the other Sheik they talk for inside the video where they talk say na Igbo people na be the problem of this country. I don't know wetin give this Sheik that impression, because the problem when Nigerians they face every day for inside this country na the problem of the Fulani people. We know say we face the problem of bad leadership for inside this country, but the major problem what we face for inside this country aside bad leadership na the problem of the Fulani people. But me I don't know why they accuse the Igbo people. So other people give their own opinion about this Fulani problem what we they get for inside this country. For instance, before now, for inside the red chamber and the green chamber, they don't talk about this Fulani matter tete. Even this former senator Ben Bruce, he talk about this whole Fulani thing. He talk about how the federal government no fit contain their excesses based on say the federal government they pamper them, but they don't do anything because it be like say Fulani na strong pass for inside this country. And inside the same video, other people they give their opinion say na the military people na scatter this country. Say no be ethnic thing, but the thing where they be say even as the military people spoil this country, the Fulani people na be the people who want scatter this whole country presently. Economically and politically, na the military na spoil this country. But if they talk about our peaceful coexistence for inside this country, na the Fulani people no one make we enjoy peace for inside this country. You no go get any week where we pass where we say you no go hear one issue about these Fulani people and what they do for inside this country. So why we won't shy away from the truth? Well, I will play the remaining part of the video so that I will go listen to what they talk. But before we watch the video, if today na be the first time you visit our channel, I beg make you like, make you share, and make you subscribe.
You are either in control of security of Nigeria or you are not. The ministers involved should resign. The generals involved must be fired or resign. Otherwise, they should be impeached. It is not acceptable for Nigerians to be killed like cattle. It is not acceptable for us to be invaded by foreign mercenaries and all we do is have conversations. Enough is enough. I am urging the federal government of Nigeria. It's not about coming to the... It is as if the Senate is now the executive arm of government. That is what it seems. And I feel sorry for my colleagues. Senator Marafat closed our session, told us what is happening. Senator Marafat, pay attention. He told us what is happening in Zamfara State. But Senator Marafat did not say it in open house. What he said frightened everybody here about what is happening in Zamfara. Zamfara State is being occupied by foreign mercenaries. That is a fact of life. When we had a session yesterday, he never said it. But he should have said it. It is being occupied by a foreign country in Zamfara State. If that is the case, what are we doing about it? If the people responsible for protection of lives and property in Nigeria cannot do their job, what happens in civilized countries? They are fired. They are kicked out of office. Sheikh Sani on TV today explained it eloquently, and he was dead on point. Now, what are we doing? If the federal government of Nigeria wants to run the Red Chamber as the Red Chamber to become the executive of Nigeria, then let us appoint as Senate President the President of Nigeria. Let us do the job of the executive, because it doesn't make any sense. Every day we deal with all these issues. People are being killed every day. Babies are being born every day with no future. They are born into this world, and as soon as they're old enough, they pick up an AK-47, they pick up a machete, they start killing fellow human beings. Then what do? All we do is talk. What is happening? There has to be consequence. The Minister of Defense should come here and tell us what he's doing. Minister of Internal Affairs should be summoned here and let us know what they're doing. If the cabinet is incompetent, then fire them. Senator Marafat said things to me. Look, when he finished speaking yesterday, 5 senators came to me scared to death, frightened about what he said. But he didn't say it in open house. He said it in private. And what he said should have said on the floor. Because what is happening in Taraba, what is happening in Enugu, what is happening in Kaduna, what is happening all across the country is disgusting. People are being killed. People are being killed. I don't think you understand it. Maybe the cameras should go to these areas and see dead bodies. Maybe NBC should change the law. Let us see dead bodies. Women being slaughtered as if we were in Liberia, as if we were in Sierra Leone. What is this? We are becoming a barbaric nation. We have no respect for life and property. And people are dying every day. And what the hell are we doing? The executive should speak today and explain to Nigeria what is going on in this country. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. Enough is enough. We either face these problems or everybody shut up and resign from public office. People are dying every day. Enough is enough.
The way forward, I am totally against, is division, tribalism, ethnicity, call it whatever, division, general blaming. I will even give you one. When Fela was being beaten, a lot of people will say, if you say Fela na Igbo man, we no go agree. Generalization. Why did he have to be Igbo? Fela was fighting for Africans. Shebi na Obasanjo na town man. Growing up in school, my mates too, we say I used to have arguments. Shebi Obasanjo na Yoruba man too. My school days were very bitter. I was having fights every day, defending my father in school, growing up as Fela's son. So people just talk to us today. They don't even know the trauma we had as Fela's children. And they just say, you are not like your father. On that topic again, who voted for Obasanjo in 1999? Then there was no social media, or it was just starting, if I'm very sure, but I can't remember Facebook or anything existed. So it was the media, international media, and everybody saying Obasanjo is the best person to rule this country. A soldier who is British trained. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's British trained, he's a soldier. Why don't they tell the soldier to take over Britain? Why did they tell the soldier to take over France or America? Remember Colonel Powell, after he came from the Iraq War, when some people were agitating for him to go and become president of America, he quickly said, no, I'm a soldier. He's a soldier. He's not trained to lead. He's not trained to govern. He's trained to lead war and defend the country. That is his training. Obasanjo's training in the school he went to is not to lead. He can never be a leader of a nation. He's trained to be a warrior, to defend that nation. That is why you have intellectuals. The school of thought is the intellectuals, the people behind the brain, the physicians, the chemists, the mathematicians. They will sit down. The people we elect, are they the best brains? What makes you think that you, a soldier, have more integrity than the PhD holder? Do you understand what I'm saying? But do we blame them? So somebody like now say, why did they push this man again on us after what he did that Fela even sang about? Did Fela's children support that? I was very much in that time, and my song Sorry was pushed down the drain. I went to Big Brother, then they abused the hell out of me. I can never forget all those days. Then suddenly Fela is the most important figure now. Everything Fela. Then they use Fela against Buhari. They forget they have already voted Fela's worst enemy. Then they don't want to talk about it because they already, and my song Shoton brings us to there that I told you before, this path we have taken, we are going to enter hell. And it's the same path we have taken because they voted for Obasanjo, they voted for Yaradua. When you are talking of Jonathan, was Jonathan not wanted by the EFCC? How did they put that case quickly under the table? Have you all forgotten that? Oh, they put that case on that table. Then suddenly, because Obasanjo sanctioned him to be vice president, the case died down. As the case of Yabo, his own daughter, that when Obasanjo put EFCC, we heard nothing again about the case. And everyone say, the EFCC is going to arrest his daughter. What happened to her? Nothing. So Jonathan now became president. And then they voted Buhari. And then it's Fela's children again that has to be blamed for their own actions. So I'm just trying to let you see the gravity of our thoughts, that the way we are forced to think. If we are thinking as Africans, this is not how we will think. First of all, nobody will have voted. Obasanjo too will have been like a power that will say, excuse me, nation, my training is to defend the nation. I'm not trained to govern you. He will have resigned that path immediately. But because he's as corrupt in that thought as everybody wanted to rule, he took it. Apparently, again, he wanted to even seek third term. From what we are reading. So there are so many things we can keep on questioning, and I can go on and on. But you see, you're making me rush now. You can hear my home players. But I'm trying to summarize all these things quickly for you. If you had come on time, we will have sat down, and this discussion will take nothing less than 2 hours. You see, I don't talk again. Oshibajo, vice president, comes to meet me, then automatically they say I'm supporting him. And I've said it many times in public, even to his own belly. I've never supported you, but I only answered you because you came directly to, I didn't go to his house, so he came to my house. So because he came to my house, I'm supporting Buhari. And when he came to my house, I told you, excuse me, sir, this man jailed my father. There is nothing again I want to hear. My father is dead. But this man jailed my father. So, if you tell me he's a man of integrity, I didn't see the integrity when he jailed my father. Now my father is dead. I cannot be seen to be part of. It's not. Is it only about Fela? The burning of the Asuko, which federal government has apologized for that? The killing of. Let's even forget that, if we can. The killing of Fela's mother. This Kuti family has suffered year in, year out of this government. She died from injuries that she sustained. Everybody knows this story. Have they apologized? Have they even accepted the blame? But then they keep blaming us. The British already found a way to divide us. The education divided us, and we are still suffering the effects of that. So the school of thought should have been those people that came out of that time should have sat down, understood the damage of slavery and colonization, and that's where the fight was lost. So all this is what we are all doing now is a lost battle. The British know it's a lost battle. Everybody knows it's a lost battle. If we end up in war anywhere, they are the ones going to supply. Do you have arms factory here? Who is going to buy the arms?
LNP, the IPOB and the SN are now manufacturing their weapons.
Who? Okay. To kill who? To kill us or themselves?
Whoever stands on the way of Biafra.
And if they lose, who?
60 years to start again.
And that's the way to, that is really, the intellectuals and everybody, all the intelligent people in this country believe that's the way to go. That's why I said, you say headsmen are killing, then you generalize that all Hausas are bad. But we have been intermarrying since all these years. There are Igbo people that have married Fulani or Hausa and vice versa. There are a lot of Delta people that have married Yoruba. And when you go into the language, you see there are so much similarities between all of us. Those are the similarities these people saw. But you see those colonial mentality, Western-minded Africans that were so brainwashed, when they took over independence and they had the chance to rule Nigeria, there was no ideology. They didn't even change the name of Nigeria like Thomas Sankara changed Burkina Faso. There was an ideology. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah changed Gold Coast. He had an ideology. You don't even have an ideology. Now you are thinking of, after all this time, you want to change the name of Nigeria, but with no ideology. What is the ideology behind changing the name? When you want to change the name, sir, what name are you all talking about? You are talking of the United Republic of Nigeria. Is that not still English you are speaking? When Ghana changed their name, what did they change it to? Is it an English name? Ghana. A Ghanaian name. When Thomas Sankara changed his name, Burkina Faso, he didn't say Loa Kinekon. Do you understand? No, they don't. These leaders and these intellectuals, the brainwashing is so bad. And we have not sat down as a people to understand. I'm still saying, and that is a summary of what I've said, to understand the gravity of slavery, the gravity of colonization. And when we as a people sit down, we will not be talking about segregation or disunity or cutting up more. We'll be thinking of how do we come out of this crisis of slavery and colonization, that after all this time, no Nigerian language, no African language is our main language in this country. I talk to you in English. I'm going to dream in English today. You see, I've identified my problem. I'm suffering from colonialism. I'm suffering from slavery. I've identified it. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it against you or anybody. I'm first fighting myself. That why should I, as an African, be dreaming in English? When they want to bring a train to Nigeria, they don't bring those fast trains or TV, what's the name? Those fast trains in Europe. They bring the ones that they have abandoned that keeps breaking down. So anytime we want to even do anything for ourselves, we bring the most inferior. When we want to bring the meter, we bring the ones that will be breaking down. We do things so terribly out of hatred because we are not thinking for ourselves, for our brothers and sisters. When we travel to England, when we go, I just come back from Jan. We say it to oppress our friends. Oh, my father, I just come back from England. We did it in my time. Do you know what? My father refused to let any of his own children go to Europe. He refused for all our friends, our cousins, all of them were going to London and going holiday. When we tell her, hey, you want to go to London? Come on, sit down. He didn't let us go. The first time we traveled was in 1979 when Fela went to Berlin. When we saw Europe, it was like, because we were still suffering from colonialism, the difference was so night and day. They had already brainwashed us, our generation, with comics. The first time I got to England, you know what I did? I bought 10 pounds fish and chips because I'd read about fish and chips in all these comics that. Then I bought all this. The thing was this big. See stupidity. Me and my friend Delicious Me, we now looked how foolish we were. Because we had read all these comics, we now got to England. Fish and chips that we have been craving, we'll be dreaming as children, fish and chips. Then we now saw the fish and chips. Why don't they dream of eating amala, however? Do they have African comics in there that when they reach here, they want to eat? The gravity of the damage that has been done to our minds is grave. And what we should be doing is sitting back, understanding that gravity and trying to repair it.